This is part 2 of my 2023 ARC and PLC sign-up recommendations for Wisconsin farmers. In this video, I'm going to talk about SCO and ECO for corn, soybeans, and wheat here in Wisconsin. SCO, Supplemental Coverage Option, is a relatively new policy. It's only been available as an option for your revenue protection or yield protection in the last few years. And how SCO works is it covers part of your deductible for your revenue protection or yield protection with a county policy, the area revenue protection or area yield protection. What it's doing is it's layering individual coverage that you normally buy with the county level coverage. But you're still limited to 86% of your total coverage of your total expected revenue. So what you do is you add SCO on top of your RP policy to increase your coverage up to 86% of your expected revenue. It won't pay until county revenue is below 86%. So you have to have a 14% loss at the county level before you start triggering payments. The other thing is SCO is subsidized like crop insurance. So the farmer pays at 35% and the U.S. government picks up 65% of the premium. So it's just like traditional crop insurance subsidies. The key is if you're going to buy SCO, you must choose PLC in your ARC and PLC elections for that farm. So if you want to use SCO, you got to make sure you elect PLC when you do your FSA signups. Here's a little graphic from the folks at University of Illinois Farm Doc. It kind of just illustrates how how SCO works on top as a layering on top of your individual coverage. You have your individual coverage, say you bought 75%, and then you have the deductible. You would pay the first 25% of losses from your average, your revenue. That's your individual deductible. What you do with SCO is you cover part of that up to 86% of your expected revenue is covered with SCO policy. So there's 4 possible outcomes when you have SCO coverage on top of or layered with your revenue protection. SCO pays, but not revenue protection. That would be the case you have a low county yield, so SCO payments are triggered, but you had a good farm yield. It could be that revenue protection pays, but not your SCO policy. That's an example where the county has a good yield, but your farm yield is lower than the county for some reason on your operation. Another option would be both of them pay. You have low prices and low county yields, or low farm yields, and so just low revenues in general. That would be the case that both of them would pay. And then it could be also the case that neither of them pay. High prices and or good county and good farm yields. So just as a simple example, suppose you have a 75% RP on corn, you have a 25% deductible, you pay the first 25% of your revenue losses below your average. Suppose you add the 86% SCO on top of your 75% RP, that's the maximum you can buy. Suppose county revenue is 80% of its average, so there's a loss there of 20%. Your own revenue is 65% of your average, there's a loss there of 35%. So you can see that's that outcome 3, what both policies would pay. You would receive an indemnity for an SCO indemnity for 6% loss, and you would receive an RP, revenue protection indemnity, for a 10% loss. Now, on top of this SCO, there's another option called Enhanced Coverage Option, or ECO. ECO lets you add even more coverage on top of SCO. You can insure part of your revenue protection and yield protection deductible, again, with the county policy, but it goes from 86% up to 95% of expected revenue based off that county revenue. And so, again, the drawing on the diagram on the right there shows that layering, how you got your individual revenue protection coverage, say up to 75%. The first part of the deductible can be covered by SCO from 86 to 75%. And then you can go to the ECO band, as they call it, where you cover from 95 down to 86% of your deductible, leaving the last 5% is the part that is the deductible that you have to pay. So you can use ECO whether you sign up for ARC or PLC. So that's different. You don't have to do PLC. You can still do ARC and then do ECO. And you can add ECO on top of SCO or just use ECO instead of SCO. You don't have to do both. So if you wanted, you could buy 85% coverage RP, revenue protection, and then add ECO on top of that and not even buy SCO. The key point here to note, though, is that ECO has a much smaller premium subsidy, so it gets more costly than it would be for an SCO policy. Here's an example of this data here of how Wisconsin farmers have been using SCO and ECO. And so if the crop years are 2020, 2021, or 2022, we got your 3 crops, corn, soybeans, and wheat. We have the numbers of policies that were purchased and paid for SCO and ECO, and then the number of acres that were insured under those policies. What you can see, for example, for corn, it went from 827 to 850 to about 700 policies here in 2022. And the acreage has slowly declined down to about 225,000 acres of corn. Soybean has gone up in the number of policies. The numbers of acres increased from about 77,000 to 110,000 now. And then wheat has had a small amount of acreage and small number of policies because we don't have as many wheat or as we do corn and soybean acres in the state. ECO there on the right, it was not available in 2020, but you can see as well that a few farmers have been buying that policy, about 700 policies for corn, covering another 200 plus thousand acres, a few policies in soybean the first year, hardly any last year in 2022, and a few policies were purchased for